Hello again, this is DisturbingPuppet playing some more Blood Bowl 2. I'm going to be continuing with my new team that I started, and that is a High Elf team. This will be the second game of the campaign. With the Talons of Tiranoc. I'll be playing against a Goblin team actually this time, which should be a little interesting. So I'll kind of go over the teams here, show them before we start. I am down a player from an injury from the first game, which was against a Necromantic team. I injured one of my catchers. So I have one thrower with no level ups, injured catcher, another catcher here. He has catch, and that's it. My blitzer got a level up, so I have block, and then I added tackle to him. I don't have a second blitzer. Kind of my first priority is to get a second blitzer. I didn't quite have enough when I started. I wanted to start with an apothecary and at least one reroll, and my players are so expensive, that was pretty much all I could do. And then I've got a whole bunch of linemen here. Nobody's gotten a level up yet, just in the one game we've played. I don't have enough to buy another player for the game, so we'll just kind of have to deal with what we've got. So take a look at the Goblin team here. Pogoer, 2 trolls is not going to be fun. So they've got a Bombardier, which I haven't run into yet, actually. Just reading through the Bombardier rules here. I kind of remember a little bit from the board game. I used to play 2nd edition quite a while in the past with an undead team, but nobody ever played goblins. But I remember reading through the stuff quite a while ago. I thought it was kind of interesting. It might be kind of fun to play around with. Okay, not great. Knocks a lot of people down. 2 trolls is not going to be a lot of fun for me. I'm going to stay away from them if I can. I really do wish it just listed the skills instead of having icons. I'm pretty familiar with the skills, but the icons I'm always kind of confused about. Have to kind of check. What is that? What is that? I can't remember. And a fanatic. Awesome. I haven't seen the Goblin team in this game yet, so kind of just looking at the character models a little different. I did play a lot of the previous game, the 360 version of the game. Xbox 360, that is. So I didn't experience all of the teams that were available. So like this is my first High Elf team I'm playing since I've got this on PC now. So none of the other goblins have any level ups. He's got a full roster of guys, 4 rerolls, no apothecary, 0 fan factor, so not making a lot of money. Okay, this might be a little difficult. Let me just check on the stream, make sure everything's working. Okay. So I was kind of thinking, goblins typically sort of an easy fight, but not so sure with this. So my background, I did, like I said, play a lot of 2nd edition Blood Bowl, the board game, and then played a lot of the previous game on my Xbox 360, played all the teams on there. My instincts typically are for more kind of bruiser teams. So kind of my instincts a lot of time are to hit stuff, block, make openings, and kind of exploit them. That doesn't always work so well with a more agile team. One of the other things that kind of works against me in that case is that I really wish I could, especially if I'm playing against the AI, choose however long I wanted for the turns. When I've got a limited amount of time, it adds some additional stress and gives me some additional pressure to do stuff that I probably wouldn't otherwise do. And then, of course, if I just follow my instincts are to hit stuff and make openings, which isn't always the greatest thing with an agile team. So I'm a pretty decent player. I'm not an expert or anything. I do kind of try to include some advice for newer players. I try to do some interesting things sometimes or odd things sometimes, but still win the games. I will make mistakes. It happens. I'll miss things. I'll screw stuff up. That's just kind of the way it goes. I kind of still more in that mindset of playing against another person. If you screw something up and you're kind of, oh wait, no, never mind. I want to do this instead. It's fine if you catch it right away. With the computer, once you click it, you're done. That's it. So anyway, let's get this game on. Let me take a quick look at the competition just to show. So this is the second game of the competition. I do also wish you could choose which teams were in your competition. So I ended up with, in this case, 2 Chaos Dwarf teams in this group of teams that I'm going to be dealing with. So that'll make things a little interesting. I haven't played vampires before. I'm kind of curious to see them, see how that goes. Let's get started. So I've got the extra team. Person to make up to have my 11. Looks like I have no extra money for this. Yeah. All right, we'll just go with that. He's actually paying for a bribe out of his starting cash. Or team cash. I guess he's got nothing else to spend it on. His roster's full. It is pretty hot in here. I do have a fan going. I'm hoping that's not causing a lot of noise or anything. I do have the game audio turned down a bit. It's a little louder for me. I know some people don't really like a lot of the narration too much. Doesn't bother me too much. It's a little distracting when I stream, so I tend to have the volume down a little bit. Fanatic sitting on his ball and chain. Got a chainsaw guy. What? I don't remember seeing the chainsaw guy on the roster. Still getting used to the high elves. A lot of them look very similar. Kind of telling apart who the linemen and the catchers. The catchers are fairly obvious, have kind of the big white lion glove on. But the blitzers and the linemen look pretty similar, especially when you're kind of zoomed out. I prefer to kind of take the ball in the second half, so that's what I'm going to do. Start with defense. So I want to find my replacement lineman that I have just for this game, because I want him on the front line. If anyone's going to get hurt, I want him to be the one that gets hurt. I don't know if there's an easy way to tell who he is, though. It must be this guy with Floner, yeah. Yep, you're going on the front line. Good luck with that. Kicking team does set up first. I know he's got a lot of heavy hitters here. I don't want to leave it too wide open, but I also really don't want to be next to the Fanatic or the Trolls or the Chainsaw guy or anything like that. So I'm going to put the minimum of 3 guys on the front line. And actually, I just want to double check that I have guys who have no star player points on the front line. I'm going to kind of go for more of a in-depth defense here. Would be sort of the plan with the Goblins. He's got a lot of heavy hitters up front too, which I'm not super happy about. But if I can target the Goblins and do some damage, make it some star player points, that would be really nice. What I may do, since I just have the one blitzer, is actually switch out and have my blitzer in the center, just in case. With the high elves, everybody does have a 4 agility, which is pretty nice. Gives you the opportunity to pick up the ball, hand off the ball, pass, catch with pretty much anybody, even if they don't have the skills. The agility can get you through. I typically play bruiser teams, but I did enjoy playing the Wood Elves a lot in the previous game on my 360. But then I did have a tree man and war dancers and things like that to kind of deal with situations. High elves don't really have that option. So let's get it going. Okay, not too bad. I'm kind of curious what the bomb guy is going to do. I'm going to kind of kick just to the center. Main thing, I just want the ball to stay on the field. If at all possible, anyway. Alright, that's pretty good. If it ends up off the field, he gets to choose who has the ball to start with. I'd like to have him, have to make as many die rolls as possible. Fanatic. Okay, Chainsaw Guy is going to pick up the ball. It says he's just Fanatic. Ball chain, there must be a glitch. Oh, both the trolls end up really stupid. Excellent. Excellent, excellent. Okay, so Blood Bowl, the mantra, of course, do the safe things first, and then do the important things. My priority is going to be to go after that ball carrier. Can't reach him, but we can get in the general vicinity. I'd also like to get my guys away from the trolls here. I believe their tackle zones are canceled if they end up really stupid. So just get them out of there. Just kind of run around on the side here. With the regular goblins, I don't mind being adjacent to them. I could possibly throw blocks and hit them. With the more bruiser guys, I definitely don't want to end up adjacent to them. Limit the amount of blocks he can throw against me, kind of thing. See, it looked like the pogoer was in this space, not that space. I will go ahead and stand him up. I was kind of tempted just to leave him on the ground. I don't really want to get hit by the Fanatic at all, if possible. Try to take out the goblin on the end here. Move towards the ball. An injury right away, nice. Star player points for me. And I'll try to hang up this goblin here. Since I've got other players, I can move down towards the ball carrier. My catchers actually have a 3 strength, which is kind of unusual. I think the Wood Elves were 2, human team catchers often are 2. A lot of the teams, they just have a 2 strength with those guys, but having a good movement, 3 strength, definitely makes it available. Block options and things like that, as well as carrying the ball, catching the ball. Head towards the ball carrier. I don't want to commit everybody necessarily to that, but the goblins can kind of slip through. So if I can deal with this bombardier. Another injury. Nice. Wow. 2 hits, 2 injuries. Taking some guys out of the game. Excellent. He's got plenty of extra guys, but it'd be nice to get the guys with the special weapons out as quickly as possible. He's got a bribe, so one of the guys that would normally get taken off at the end of a play when someone scores, he can use it then to keep them on the field. I don't really like the Fanatic being that close. I'm actually going to move my thrower back just a little bit. He's sort of here just in case. It's kind of my last-ditch defense. Looks like the AI is confused. It doesn't know what to do. Okay, there we go. This is why you stay away from these trolls. Try to get away from them here. Like the sound effects for the pogo. It's kind of funny. I don't remember that from the previous game. Making all those dodge rolls pretty quick. Okay. Now I'd like to get my blitzer away from him, but I may wait to do that till after I've done more important things. Gonna deal with the tackle zones, the guys around the ball. And try to hit the ball carrier here. See if we can knock it loose. Yeah, just get a push on him. Oh, he doesn't have dodge. He's got the special weapon. Okay. I keep thinking he's like a normal goblin. No, he's not. Try to make it difficult for him to get the ball. I could try to pick that up. Yeah, it's not a terrible chance. Let's go for it. Now I'm going to get away from the Fanatic and these trolls. That would be the ideal thing. Move up here so I can throw a decent block with my lineman there. We'll go ahead and do that first before we draw any of the dodges. See if we can get some more injuries. Yeah, just a push. Get away! I'll leave him out here. It's nice to have some guys who are totally free. Gives you some more options. I'm not going to move him adjacent to anyone. Let's see if we can get my blitzer away from his fanatic. And we'll just try to start heading around the side here. I'm going to keep my passer deep. I don't think I'm going to have any problems, but for right now, just in case. Yay, really stupid. Really stupid. Thanks for his loner. Nice. That's it for his turn. Okay, he didn't do anything else. That's kind of surprising. So now I'm kind of in a position where I can actually try to throw some blocks and hurt some goblins. So that's always a fun thing to do. Because their stunty ability, you're more likely to get injuries on them. So that's helpful if you want to get some star player points. I may just push them around a lot, but you know, that's fine. Got to make the blocks. You got to try. Got to roll the dice. Got to use a reroll. My one and only reroll. You know, just try to head out of here as far as we can. Don't really want to push it too much with the going for it rolls. I tend to have kind of bad luck with going for it rolls. Just try to get around, make it more difficult for him to get anywhere with his goblins. Throw some more blocks. I'm always kind of thinking, you know, when I'm doing that, am I being too aggressive? My default, you know, is always kind of thinking like a bruiser team player, for undead or dwarves or chaos dwarves or chaos, that kind of thing. So my inclination sometimes is to hit, especially when I don't have a lot of time. Here it's gonna hurt me. But he went down too. Most of the important stuff was done. I'm in pretty good position, so that was alright. More really stupid rolls. And again, failing all these really stupid rolls. So it's very tempting to kind of hold off on scoring and just beat up his team, especially with the regular goblins. I'm in a fairly decent position. I think I can get away with doing that for one turn and still be safe. The troll's kind of my main concern. So yeah, I'm just going to move on the edge here. Plan on probably scoring next time. I just want to throw some blocks and do some damage if at all possible. Yeah, let's see what kind of damage we can do. Relatively safe to throw some blocks, even if something goes wrong, I think. And then we'll deal with him after throwing some blocks. Which do I have a better chance at? Dodging out of here or throwing a successful block? Probably throwing a successful block. Oh, he's really stupid. See, that's one of the things when I'm not paying that much attention until I stand up. Oh yeah, he's really stupid. He's got no tackle zone. One of those things when you're streaming and trying to talk and think things through at the same time and also pay attention to what's going on, make sure the stream's working, and on a time limit, trying to plan out what you're doing. My mouth is sometimes ahead of my brain. So sometimes you're going to miss things, but that's okay. Take down Mr. Chainsaw, please. Thank you. Yeah, go for the pogo over here. Yeah, I haven't seen the goblins since playing him in the previous game on my 360, so when you take down the pogo, he was still kind of there. It was hard to tell he was even down before, so nice to see the better animations in this game. It's definitely entertaining. Yeah, maybe at this point we'll bring him up. Call that good. See what it'll do. See, now I'm even more tempted to kind of keep going and just kind of beat on his team some more. I've got things fairly under control. The trolls are the only real problem. They could start causing me some issues. It'd be nice to get some more injuries in. At least one guy fails. They're really stupid. Yeah, really tempted to just kind of hang out and beat on his guys. So I think I'm going to. It's always fun. At least one more turn. We'll give it a try here and just see what we can do as far as some damage. So using my guy with tackle here, throwing a block. Just a KO. Blitz around here, see if we can do some damage. Don't want to go near the troll. I'm not going to follow that up. Just kind of moving up here just in case. I don't expect things are going to go bad enough that I'll need to use him for anything. Slow motion tackle there. I could even foul him, actually. Pretty good chance, too. So I can move right up here. Yeah, why not? I've got a pretty good chance. I haven't seen the High Elf foul animation. Kind of cool. I really liked the Hobgoblin foul animation with the Chaos Dwarf team I was playing before. Definitely entertaining. So again, do I just want to score here? I'm really tempted to just kind of hang out and beat up on his team a little bit more. Yeah, we'll go another turn here. This Fanatic's doing stuff down here. Might as well see what it is. What are you doing with your troll? I thought he'd blitz with him or something. Blitzing here. Okay, no injury, good. Just when I see those big guys hitting people, that's kind of my main thought. Please no injury, please no injury. So he's got one regular goblin standing, so yeah, we'll go hit him. Use my blitzer since he's got the tackle skill. Yeah, so I can do a foul here on either the regular goblin or the pogoer. I don't think the pogoer counts as a secret weapon, does it? No? Okay. Yeah, so maybe we'll go for a foul here on the pogo guy. Just want to make sure I don't use the lineman that's only here for this game. %, chance. KO. Hoping for an injury there. But at least I didn't get pulled off the field. There are some more goblins here hiding behind the troll. A little hard to see. But yeah, I think we'll just go ahead and score at this point. Yeah, so he'll be down 4 guys. I know he had a bunch of reserves, though, so it won't make too much of an impact. And I'm assuming he's going to use his bribe here. Yep. Yeah, so I kind of like the setup as far as defense goes. Should be okay. Just going to go with that. And again, we're just trying to keep the ball on the field here if possible. And he'll get to try to catch it. Hopefully he'll fail. No, he got it. That's too bad. And so he's down some players, I think. Yeah. Stayed on his feet. Amazing. Stayed on his feet again. Yeah, failing those really stupid rolls. He's not having much luck with those rolls, that's for sure. Okay, I'm going to get after that ball here if we can. I could use my catcher to kind of go in to throw the block. It'd be nice to have him available to pick up the ball and get the ball in, though, if I can knock it free. I'll have to at least make a dodge roll, possibly, to get access there, though. Get these guys out. I mean, eventually I'd like to get them away from the Fanatic anyway. Yeah, throw the block with the lineman here and then see where the ball ends up. Sometimes it kind of goes very strange places. Let's kind of move around here though first. Be in a position where we can do something from this side if the ball comes free. Kind of moving him down as a possible head. I don't think I can reach the end zone. I'd have to go for it a couple times this turn to be able to go for it one time next turn. I really have to move my catcher as far down the field as possible if I want to be able to score next turn or have a chance at all at scoring next turn. But first, let's try to get the ball free. Worry about that first. Ah, no rerolls. We both go down. And he's knocked out. Yep, you can be knocked out, that's fine. Another really stupid roll. It's probably why I never bought a Minotaur when I was playing the Chaos Dwarf team. I've had kind of bad luck with a lot of the really stupid team players. When you really, really need them to do something, they often can't, because you fail that roll. Yeah, I should have moved my catcher down the field as far as I could have last turn before throwing any blocks, just so I would have at least had a chance to kind of get the ball going somewhere. I don't think there's any way I can get in. You know, I'm one space short here and here. Which is unfortunate. So instead, really all I'm just going to do is plan to hurt goblins. That'll be the plan. He's already used his last turn up, so I'm pretty safe to kind of do whatever I want here. I'm just kind of looking at what blocks I can throw and where. Just canceling tackle zones here so I can get a good block off here without any problems. And not really much I can do. Can actually get an advantageous block on the troll here. So to do that, no damage, but it's worth trying. We could try for a foul, 58% chance. Try to make it a little better. %72% chance. Trying to get an injury, get some star player points. Nothing. Well, that's about it for the half, I guess. So he's down 3 guys. He had some reserves. I don't have any reserves. The little goblin's running. It's pretty funny. Okay, so he's got kind of an unusual setup here. Kicking team sets up first. He's kicking to me. It's kind of weird that he wouldn't put his trolls on the front line. That's rather strange, actually. There is my blitzer. Still getting used to kind of the way the guys look. The catchers I can notice pretty easily with the glove. There we go. He's got the little bat ears on the helmet, I guess. That's what I should be looking for. I'm also looking for my player I just have for this one. Oh, actually, the player I just have for this one game is the one who's knocked out. Okay, that's fine. I'm totally okay with that. I don't want him scoring any points or getting any star player points anyway. So I'm just kind of looking at a plan of attack. With the high agility, all of my players really are potential ball carriers or throwers, catchers, at least potentially. So even though I am kind of weighting this side, like I'm going to go this way, I could switch it up. Mainly going to have the thrower back to get the ball. And then throw it up to whoever needs it. I could even run with him, maybe even run one way, then toss the other way. Try to fake out the AI. Works a little better on slower teams. But while we're doing this, I'd also like to beat up some goblins. Troll goes down. Nice. Okay. Oh, and I start with the ball. Okay. I guess I won't be grabbing it with the thrower or throwing it anywhere. So my whole plan was kind of built on I'll attack this direction and go this way. Plans change. Still moving the catcher up on the side here, just in case things go wrong. I'll have somebody downfield I can potentially get the ball to if I have to. Planning on blitzing to hit the pogoer and then throwing some blocks here up front. Anything to do some damage, hurt some goblins. Always makes me happy. Hurting goblins makes me happy. I guess that might be why you can't choose what teams are in a competition. Everyone would just pick everyone else be goblins, maybe? I don't know. Play a chaos team and every other team in the league is a goblin team. Probably not super fair. But, I mean, if you want to do it, I guess, you know, it's your game. Same with the turn counter. I should be able to decide however long I want to play. Give me infinite time if I want it. At least give me the option. Yeah, just some pushes. Oh well. Yeah, pretty good progress for a turn there. He's got some guys free, but with his weaker strength, I'm not sure he'll be able to get the ball away from me. Yeah, pulling a troll away to cover my catcher. So even if I don't actually plan on doing anything with him, he does draw some of his guys away on the side, which is nice. He finally fails a dodge. Again, try to do the safe things first. Important things, probably second. So how important is getting my catcher away from the troll? Fairly important. Yeah, I'll try to do that before I throw any blocks. And we can also use them to sort of hang up a goblin here. Let's see if we can do some damage. So now instead of advancing the ball, I may just knock this goblin off the field here. So in case things go horribly, horribly wrong, we'll bring another guy over. Not forgetting anybody, am I? No? Okay. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I could just dodge out of here without a problem. But I can't score this turn anyway. And hurting goblins is fun, so yeah. Just a KO. Let's see if we can take out the Pogoer. See if my Blitzer can take out a Goblin by himself here. Yeah, no injury though. Alright, not bad. This is kind of playing into my sort of automatic instincts that I have playing all the Bruiser teams in the past. Is kind of just want to hit stuff, hit stuff. Don't think, just hit stuff. Sometimes that's not your best option. Now that's a very, very aggressive block there. It ends up turning out okay after a reroll for him. I notice the AI does that pretty often, actually. Like, it's really aggressive blocks. Doesn't go super bad for him that often either, which is the surprising thing. So if we can clear these guys out. Got an injury, nice. More star player points from my thrower. So bring him up, throw a block here. Just pushes. So maybe we'll do the same thing. We've got some time to score, so maybe we'll just knock him off the field as well. Is there anything else important that I want to do? If I am going to do that, I want to have some protection for the ball carrier, so we'll just kind of build a nice wall here around him. And we'll try to knock him out. Any injuries? Doesn't look like it. That's too bad. Fairly safe to throw a block here. I've got a couple skills that should help. Take him down no matter what. Be nice to get an injury. Get some more star player points. My first two blocks of the game were resulted in injuries, so I'm kind of spoiled, I guess. I keep hoping for injuries and not getting them. Yeah, another injury, nice. How many injuries have I done? 4. Feels like more, but quite a few knockouts in there too. Let's see if we can do something here with my catcher. And I'll just shove him around, I guess. And then I would like to get him away from the troll. Just making it harder for him to get to my ball carrier. Yeah, he's had really bad luck in this game with those really stupid rolls. I know a lot of times it's 50% chance he's going to fail, but it seems like he's failed a bit more than half the time. But I guess with 2 trolls, he should fail one of them statistically every single turn. Yeah, moving those goblins over where I can hurt him. Yeah, so we'll throw the block here. Got a good chance of taking him out. Just a stun. Have to use my reroll here. We're still going down. That's one of those times when the instinct to hit stuff maybe isn't your best. But it makes sense either way. Clear the guys in the way, the ball carrier. I almost definitely could have dodged around him, but yeah, you're still making die rolls that way too. Nice turnover there. I can actually get a 2-die block on the troll here. Maybe I shouldn't. Maybe I should just dodge out of there. But I'm going to do it. Thought I saw somebody down there. It's just my icon, my team. Well, let's try again and see if we can clear the way with blocks. Now, the ball carrier's already scored and gotten a level up this game, so I may not want to have him score. Still can't hurt that Pogor. So what I'd like to do is hand it off to my catcher and have him run it in. And he'll get enough for the level up as well. So just do that. Nice. Trying to pay attention to who you can level up and how many people have star player points and how many they have. Definitely something to kind of pay attention to early on. You want to get your guys leveled up as much as you can. So he'll be down 7 guys now. Nice. Yeah, and I do think this setup's working pretty well for defense, so I'm just going to stick with it. So this time he is putting his trolls on the front line there. And again, I'm just trying to keep the ball in play. I just want to have to make him make die rolls to get it. And not be just, handed to one of his players to start with. He's running out of guys that can actually handle the ball here. That's a tactic that worked pretty well, at least in the 360 version when I was playing against Lizardmen. Since the Sauruses can't really handle the ball much, you just have the Skinks. If you can hurt all of the Skinks or take them out, because they also have stunty, so it's easier to hurt them, and get to a point where they just can't even handle the ball at all. If you're lucky anyway. Yeah, nice turnover there. I'll take my guy going down for no damage to have a turnover like that. Just going to kind of move up here in a way to possibly get access to the ball if I can knock it free later. So I've got this turn and then 2 more left. He's got 3 turns left. So he's got some time to do some stuff. I don't really want to be next to the trolls, but I don't want them running free either. I may go for it here just so I can be adjacent to the ball carrier. I don't have a reroll, but yeah, go for it. Okay. It's a 1 in 6 chance that you fail that, but I've had it happen a lot, actually, failing that roll for going for it. In some games, I've had every single time I've tried and my opponent has tried, including rerolls, they've all failed. Well, we'll both go down. So again, I probably should be looking more at movement and things like that before blocking, but kind of my instincts always hit stuff first and see what you can free up. Part of the reason I picked a more agile team is because I want to kind of break that habit. I really did enjoy playing Wood Elves in the previous game a lot, but they also had Treemen and War Dancers and things like that. And Tackle takes him down. Nice. So trying to think more in a agile team kind of way as opposed to just beating everything up. If I can get the ball free here, I can probably score. So my best player for that would be my blitzer. Just is there anything else I want to do first? Do anything important first, or something that will help in case things go horribly, horribly wrong. Because in Blood Bowl, things can always go horribly, horribly wrong. I'd like to get these guys away from the trolls as well, but that's something I'll probably do after the important things. So see if we can get away with my blitzer here. No! 83% chance, and fail. That's why you prepare for worst case scenario. You never know when the dice are going to be totally against you. I've got some guys free though, so should be able to do something here. I can even hit him with my blitzer, maybe. And if I can hit him with someone, I would like to hit him with a blitzer. I have to do the same thing where I dodge away to do it. So my luck isn't so bad that that would happen again, is it? Maybe? Let's go for it. Again? That's a bunch of crap. 2 83% chances failed in a row. I call RNG. That was my last chance to do anything, really. It would have been a nice way to end the game. Getting the ball free, get it to my catcher, run it in without a problem. Would have been awesome. As it is, it'll kind of peter out. He's not going to be able to score. Oh, injury. What do we got? No long-term effect. Okay, fine. I saved my apothecaries for deaths and characteristic reductions, so movement or strength, things like that. And even if things had continued, I still have some guys free. I could possibly get the ball free. Just trying to do something nice, you know. use my blitzer to get the ball free so I could eat the ball to the catcher and score at the end. Would have been nice. Nice to get another touchdown. Would have been cool. We'll re-roll it too, I guess. There we go. Give me some money. Should be enough that I can pick up a blitzer as well. No, he didn't get any star player points. It's fine. I'm not going to buy him. So ball possession, not too bad. I didn't actually have any passes in this game, just handing off. Exact same yards running, kind of interesting. I managed to get a lot of star player points, actually, more than I thought. There's be a lot of injuries and things. A couple touchdowns, star player for the MVP, and then injuries and stuff. So that puts me in first place with 1 win and 1 draw. I drawed with the Necromantic team in the first game, 1-1. So now they're down here with 2 draws. So tied in first place with Chaos Dwarf and Kislev Circus. 1 win, 1 draw each. Actually, a lot more draws in this than my previous campaigns that I've done. Although actually from playing the board game, draws were, I think, the most common result. I think people had almost about 50% of their games, right around 50% often in the group that I was playing with, the games that end up in draws. I definitely think the AI is a bit better in this game than the previous one, especially about choosing skills and upgrades for the members of the team. Sometimes you run into really odd selections. So next I'll be playing one of the 2 Chaos Dwarf teams. So let's see what kind of level ups we've got. 3 guys leveling up, cool. Catcher, let's see what we get. So for a catcher, he does have 3 strength, so block is pretty tempting. Sure hands is somewhat tempting. I'm not using him to pick up the ball, but it does kind of keep you from being affected by the strip ball skill, which is nice. Dodge would be really nice to have as well. They just start with catch, so yeah, block or dodge. I think we'll go with dodge. I can always pick up block next time, hopefully. Got a lineman who leveled up. So with just general abilities, block is of course very tempting. Yeah, take the typical thing. The block helps on the front line, so he'll definitely be a front line player from now on. Another lineman leveling up. We've got doubles, so I can get anything with this guy. What do we want? Yeah, guard could be pretty useful. With the passing, I already have a thrower, so I already have access to these skills with other players. It's not really that tempting to go for. So really, yeah, kind of Mighty Blow or Guard are kind of the main things I would be looking at here. And Mighty Blow doesn't help you too much without at least a block skill or something to kind of help you get those hits in. So I think Guard would be pretty useful just for on the front line. So I have kind of a couple dedicated frontline guys, the guard guy and my other lineman with block. So definitely having them on the front lines will kind of help toughen that up a little bit, even though my first instinct is probably going to be to get them away from the front line. And I've got enough money now that I can buy my other blitzer. Of course, the elf heads all look kind of similar, just a little different face makeup mostly. At least he has different colored hair, so we'll go with that. So we'll buy you. So really from this point on, now I'm kind of saving up for at least one more reroll. It'd be nice to have at least 2. So as usual, I have a much higher team rating than my opponent now. That often seems to be what happens. So he'll get some money for some upgrades and things at the start of the next game. But that'll be it for today, just kind of doing the one game. I do kind of sporadically play this and looking at playing some other games. I've done some other stuff in the past, and I might do some point-and-click adventure games at some point. I do also put them up on YouTube as well, and my login on YouTube is also DisturbingPuppet, so either here on Twitch or on YouTube. This is DisturbingPuppet. Thank you very much for watching. I really appreciate it. And we'll see you next time. Thank you.